Hey guys. So I just want to drop this quick video about how to position yourself for the next recession. Now, as you guys have seen, the feds have dropped the interest rates, okay? And just from my knowledge and from me studying money and finance, when the feds drop the interest rates, what that means is now that you can borrow money and you don't have to pay that much back. But what that also means is that people that have money in the bank, have money in savings, and that were living off of their savings, their interest is lower. The S&P is went down 900 points, so I done lost about $700 in it already. It sucks. It definitely sucks, but I'm still getting the dividends, on my portfolio. And this is why I talk about having a business, and I talk about diversification, because if you had all your eggs in one basket, so a lot of people have a 401k and that's all they have. And a lot of people, I was watching a video and the guy said that Americans lost $4 trillion last year in the stock market. And, the stock market didn't go up 8 trillion this year. So, people keep losing and losing and losing. And the more that you lose in the stock, you'll never regain your money, especially if you're not putting more money into it or you're not getting any dividends. So, I am only here as a messenger, right, to help people to position themselves. This is why having a business, having a service or a product to position you where you can make money every single day in your business so that you can beat the recession, right? It's not a terrible thing, if you don't have a business, right? But I want you guys to understand something, right? We didn't learn, okay? We did not learn about money. We did not learn about finance. We didn't learn about credit. So it becomes this thing of, not wanting to know about it, because it's like, all right, well, I didn't learn about it, so I don't want to know about it, right? So instead of people taking the time to learn about money, learn about credit, learn about debt, learn about inflation, learn about wealth, learn about legacy, they just say, oh, I'll figure it out later, right? But we should make this a priority, guys. So the next recession is definitely coming. As we can see, the interest rates are low as hell right now. So that means if you buy a house, your interest rate will be low. If you take the money out of your home that you do have, your equity, right now, your interest rate will be low. If you refinance right now, you can get lower interest rate. If you buy a car right now, you can get low interest rates. But the way to stay ahead of all of this, guys, and not lose your house, not lose your car, right, and then start studying money, is to start you a business. Okay, start you a business, guys, from $49 to $100. Okay, now you have the power to now talk and refer other people to a business, right, to sell a product or service, right? So again, wealthy people get rich in recessions, right? Everybody else, they just panic and lose everything. Okay, so what wealthy people do is they save up let's just say about 40-50% of their money, so when a recession hits, they can go buy the houses, they can go buy all the cars, they can invest in businesses, they can invest in buy the stocks cheap. So this is how they continue to make money. So you need a business, guys. Okay, you can start a business anywhere from $50 to $100. Okay, whether you want to do in the finance industry or you want to be in the health and wellness. A lot of people don't want to get into into the finance industry simply because their finances are not good. But this is more of the reason that you should get into a financial education program that's going to teach you about money. It's going to teach you about finance. It's going to teach you about debt. It's going to teach you about inflation. It's going to teach you about credit. And those are the 4 things, guys, that we must know in order to get and stay ahead. Then it's also going to teach you about business, how to recruit people, how to help people understand money too, how to help people understand credit too. Okay? So in a recession, guys, we need to have a business. We need to have the ability to generate income without a job. We need to be able to generate income without our 401k or our job, okay? We need to be able to generate income, guys, okay? 24/7 in your business. Okay, now I do a lot of online marketing. So I help people also to build their business online, right? So if you want to learn how to build your business online, you could get involved with my course on how to build your business online. But you need a business in a recession. A digital business is best because even with a brick and mortar business, it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. You got to find a location and all that X, Y, and Z. With a digital business, guys, you can pay anywhere from $50 to $100, get you a product-based company or a service-based company. Now you got your own website. You can create your own business cards. You can start engulfing and emerging yourself with the product or the service and understand it, allowing it to work for you. And then now you become an advocate for that product or that service. And now you're telling family, you're telling friends. Because here's the thing, in a recession, everybody's looking for a way to make money. In a recession, now and in a recession, everybody's looking for a way to make money, okay? People just don't believe in themselves enough where they feel like, you know what, I can do this, right? But again, guys, the only way to beat the next recession is if you have a business with products or services that you can be able to refer others to every single day. Again, we can wait until 55. We can wait until 65. We can wait until 75 to say, damn, I wish I would have started a business. I wish I would have learned leadership skills. I wish I would have learned a way to generate income, from home. I wish that I would have, personal developed myself. See, that's when you're going to wish, right? Some of you are not that old yet, right? So now you have the opportunity to get it done now. Learn about money. Learn about finance. Learn about credit, right? I have this book right now called The Laser Fund, okay, by author, and this is the father and the two sons, okay? They wrote a book on how to diversify and create the foundation for a tax-free retirement, okay? I don't have a 401k. I'm not even interested in a 401k. I have a business, though, and my business generates income every day, so I need to know what to do with my money, right? Remember, I talk about your money growing, right? So my money's in the stock right now, so it's not growing, right? My money's in Bitcoin. It's kind of, up and down. I got money in real estate, which is bringing me cash flow, okay? So remember, it's not in real estate. It's not about money growing. It's about the cash flow. So I'm getting cash flow in my real estate, and I'm getting cash flow in my business, right? But in my stocks, I'm not making any money. My Bitcoin is up and down. I may make 300 today, may lose 500 tomorrow. Who knows? But I know one thing, that I need a retirement plan, okay, that's going to help me, right, to build it now and in the future. And I'm not talking about a stock market retirement plan, a 403B or a 403K or whatever it is, right? I'm talking about me controlling my own money, having access to my own money, and also allowing it to be tax-free. So a lot of people that have 401ks, once they take their money out of the 401k, guess what? You got to pay taxes on it. You got to pay fees and taxes. Okay, Roth IRAs is a little better because you can put it in tax-free and take it out when you're 60, but you got to wait until you're 60. No one wants to wait that long, okay? So me as an entrepreneur, I'm looking for ways where I can put my money into something. If I need money in a year, if I need money in 2 years, if I need money in 10 years, I can still access it, and it's still growing tax-free, and it still has a death benefit to it, and also, too, I can access the money when I need it, okay? And it helps me, if I ever get sick, right? It helps me also to pay my bills if I ever get sick or I need medical attention or whatever, right? So again, guys, right? 401k, a lot of people, I told you in the beginning, $4 trillion was lost in the stock market last year alone, okay? 401ks, guys, people are losing hundreds and thousands of dollars every day in a 401k right now in the damn market. They're not getting that money back. Your money is not coming back. A lot of people are trying to retire and they can't. A lot of people got to take their money out of the stocks right now and they can't. So again, if you got your money tied up in one thing, guys, then guess what? You're going to literally die. You're going to have to work your job until you die. But if you have a business, you have a digital business that you can work from your cell phone, and you get serious and you work this business 2 hours a day, okay? Whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling a service, Okay? Yeah, it's hard, but being broke is hard. Getting rich is hard. Being fat is hard. Being, financially illiterate, is hard. Being married is hard. Having kids is hard. Having no kids is hard. Reading is hard. Listening to an audio book is hard. Planning out your schedule. Right now, I'm planning out my schedule for the rest of the month. I'm planning out my schedule for September. I got events. Right? I'm setting up stuff. I'm going to be doing speaking and all that different stuff. I'm planning on going on trip. We got to constantly do shit. All right? We can continue to hope. We can continue to pray. We can continue to wish. But if we ain't putting our foot to the metal, then nothing works. So again, if you remember the 2008 recession, which I remember it vaguely, that was about 10, maybe 11, 11 years ago. Okay, I remember it vaguely, and I was only like 23, years old. I was just literally coming out of college, so I really wasn't really focused, on, being better than, what I'm doing now. So now I'm aware. Now I know I don't need no money in the bank. Now I know I need precious metals. Now I know I need real estate. Now I know I need cash flow. Now I know I need a business, right? Because I've been financially educating myself for all this time. Now it's time to apply it, right? See, people don't get the education, so now you never have time to apply it. So when do you apply it? You don't apply it because you don't even have the damn education. So you got to invest in the education. So this is why I like my network marketing company. We allow people to start fixing their credit, understanding credit, access to money, understanding debt, understanding, big businesses, understanding credit. Okay? All these rich people and wealthy people, they got good credit. They have high credit limits, but they keep their balances low. They got good credit, so when the recession hit, they could go to the bank and say, hey, banker, let me get $100 million, and they go buy up the damn block for cheap. Let me get $1 million, and they go buy up the block for cheap. Meanwhile, people that are not financially educated, people that are not rich, people that are not wealthy, guess what? They're going to be panicking. They're going to be looking for food. They're going to be trying to get on welfare. And guess what, guys? None of that shit worked. Trump already said he cutting 3 million people off of welfare. He cutting 3 million people off of food stamps. What does that mean? That the economy is getting worse. So don't listen to all the other talking heads that's on CNN and NBC and all this stuff who don't know what they're talking about. I follow people that eat, sleep, and breathe the economy. They eat, sleep, and breathe cryptocurrency. They eat, sleep, and breathe credit. So I pay them so that they can tell me the information so I can come bring it to my people. But I can only wake up those who want to get woke. I can only wake up those who want to start a business, have a business, personal develop, grow themselves. Right? Life is all about growth. And if you've been at the same dead-end job for 20 years, guess what? You're not growing. If you got the same money, you started making 30 grand, now you're making 50 grand, you're actually making less money now that you're making 50 grand. Why? Because inflation goes up, taxes is going up, and everything else goes up but your paycheck. And then taxes is ridiculous. Okay, you're making 30 grand, you was paying 15% tax. Now you're making 50 grand, you've been paying 40% tax. So you're actually making less money. Right? But again, I can only wake up those guys who want to be woke, who want to get out of their situation. Right? I can't help everybody who say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, Tanisha. They never do shit. They stay at their job. They stay broke. They stay living on a wish and a hope and a prayer. They never get guidance. They never get a mentor. They never buy a course. And they think they're living their best life, and they're not. Okay? So again, guys, this is what I'm studying. Literally for the rest of the year. I'm going to be studying this. They have an event. I'm going to go to the event. This is what I'm going to be studying for the rest of the year, guys, so that I can know what to do with my future. Okay? Remember, how do people stay stupid? They don't invest in themselves. They don't hire mentors. They don't never get a course out of college. They never pick up a book. The average person, you can Google this. The average person reads 1 book a year. The average entrepreneur reads 1 book a month. The average CEO reads 1 book a month. Or 2 books a month. All right? So that's 30 books a year. While the average employee, which they don't even deserve, you don't deserve more money, because if you're not putting more information in your head to make more money, then you don't deserve more money. But the people that's putting information in their head, okay, the people that is willing to sit down and take the time to invest in themselves, guess what? Deserve more money. Okay? So you got to say to yourself, how many books did I read in the last 10 years? How many books did I read this year alone? right? Where I deserve a raise at my job. Your job ain't just going to say, oh, I think you cute, I'm going to give you a raise. No, you got to come with value. And if you're not reading, you're not buying courses, you're not getting mentors, you're not going to events, you're not positioning yourself around others who are also doing this, you don't deserve a raise. I always tell people, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, okay, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, okay, and you're not willing to start a business, and you're not willing to build a legacy for your last name, or you're not willing to start building wealth for your family, guess what? You deserve every heartache, headache, constipation that you get, because it's your fault that you ain't doing it. So again, the only way, guys, to beat a recession is to be able to make money every day. Okay? You could sell Avon. You could sell Mary Kay. It don't matter. You have the power to be able to now sell product every day and make money every day. I have the power to be able to sell products every day. I have the power to be able to sell a service every day of my life. That's the position that I help people get in. So again, you know, the only way to beat a freaking recession, guys, is the power, the ability to be able to make money, earn money every day so that you can grow, so that you can invest, so that you can buy books. There's some people who can't even buy a $20 book because they so broke, right? They so broke. And it's not broke here, it's broke here. So you gotta put information, guys, in your head. I'm going to do a presentation later on, and I'm going to be breaking down a cash flow quadrant. Where are you in this situation? Where are you in this scenario? Where are you in the world? Where are you financially, so that you can know where you are, so that you can know where you need to be and the path that you need to do, or the path that you need to be on to get there. Right? People don't realize year on year on year on year, people are broke, broken, confused. They don't know what to do with their life. Every single year. Year on year. Every single year, guys. Year on freaking year. So, either you're going to do the same thing you've been doing to keep you and your family broke, or you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to start me a business less than $100. I'm going to learn everything that I need to know so that I can stay ahead, so that I can help my children stay ahead, so that we all can be ahead for the rest of our lives. That's the approach that I'm taking in life. What is your approach to life? One income will kill you. 2 incomes is just scratching the surface. 3 incomes, guys, can start you on a better path to a financial independent, guys. So this is the book that I'm reading now. I'm going to be studying the book for the rest of this month, for the rest of this year, until I understand this fully, until I get myself into this type of money right here, right? So that I can set my children up, so my grandchildren could be set up, so my great-grandchildren could be set up. That's the type of wave I'm on. What wave are you on? Join TanishaMarie.com and work with TanishaMarie.com. See you soon.